Who the fuck's waiting 7 goddamn years to buy a place for it to be maybe ready on time?
I don't even know what I'm going to wear tomorrow.
Yeah, like
where I'm going to live 7 years from now.
Yeah, or like some people don't even know what gender they're going to be 7 years from now, for God's sakes, right?
Possible,
Like things change in a few years.
Change. Gender,
Right.
I think
Really
the
do.
bank this year, tariffs or not, the economy is going to start showing signs. The labor market is in a much worse state than what we know about, or that what we can possibly understand about it. The unemployment rate's not, the only metric to look at. You've got people who are going to be losing their properties more and more throughout the year. You got all these pre-construction condos that people can't close on. That money is going to disappear. There's going to be a lot of lawsuits, a lot of litigious developers looking to be able to collect on those contracts, right? There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on that's gonna take money, steam, jobs out of the economy, and the Bank of Canada is gonna know all this. I mean, like, if two great, amazing real estate podcast hosts like you and I know about it, it's pretty safe to say that the guys with master degrees in economics down at the Bank of Canada figured it out.
Or somebody told them.
Somebody told. They've watched our show.
Maybe they
at
watched
least.
the show, right?
At the very least,
they
watched our show.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, geez, you know what? Maybe we should do something here. And
well, what about like the
quantitative
blanket
easing is like this new, it's like the rate cut on steroids, It's just like, they're like, well, rate cuts, if that's not enough, what else could we do?
Well,
and
what about the blanket appraisals that they're putting out there and helping people close right now? Right.
Well, I think it makes sense for the blanket appraisals to happen on the bank's favor. Like,
well, I mean,
for the bank, it makes sense when they look at it.
Yeah.
Well, they say, look, either that developer, he's going to be stuck with a unit. He may not, he may default on his loan with us, and we may end up having to take over the whole bloody building, which we don't want to do. We're a bank. We're not a developer. Or Darryl, who's got a job, we're going to allow him to add his dad on title in order to be able to qualify for the loan, but we will appraise it at that price, so at least he doesn't have to put in any more money. His 20% deposit will be 20% down payment based on the appraised value. So we're going to give him an 80% loan to value.
Yeah.
And so what if it's only worth $700,000 and our loan is $800,000? If you don't make those payments, Darryl, guess what?
Hey, listen,
right?
Listen.
Based on your credit, you're going to make those payments. Based on your
payments.
income and your dad's income that we're going to let cosign, you're going to make those payments.
Yeah, and if you don't, we'll figure it out. Right.
But
it's much better. Yeah. And then the building can close and they can get their construction loan back. And at least like part of it's fixed. Right. Now they have mortgages out on inflated priced condos, but at least there's somebody in it. Right. And a lot of them, when they sell, will take the hit on behalf of the bank. Right. The bank will be whole. They'll take the hit.
Grant Cardone always says, when you owe the bank $1 million, it's your problem. When you owe the bank $100 million, it's the bank's problem.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So the bank fixed their own problem.
That's it. And that's listen, that's how it should be, because they're part of the problem.
I gotta help Darryl. You owe me $100 million, but Darryl, I'll help you solve this issue. Don't worry. I'll make sure that buyer you're in a contract with gives you your money so that we get our money.
Well, so it's weird. So, here in Toronto, and probably, I guess, in most cities in Canada, we do this pre-sale thing of 65, 75% before we can even get a shovel in the ground, right? And most places do not do anything close to that, right? They build the thing and then they fill it up. And a lot, like, how many times have we talked about it? Like, who the fuck's waiting 7 goddamn years to buy a place for it to be maybe ready on time, right? Mm-hmm. So a couple of conversations. I don't even know
what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Like where I'm going to live 7 years from now.
Yeah, or like some people don't even know what gender they're going to be 7 years from now, for God's sakes, right?
Possible.
Like things change in a few years.
Gender. Yeah.
Are you looking for the best merch store on the planet? Well, we got the shit for you. Coming in at low prices where we barely make any money off of whatsoever, you can get the greatest real estate merchandise on this platform. Just look at this very flamboyant man putting on this great stuff. He looks great, he's dancing great, and boy does he look sexy in that merchandise. I tell you, buy this for anybody, you buy this for yourself. You will be not only repping the greatest Canadian real estate podcast in this world, but you will also be looking hella good doing it.